Good morning, everybody. Second half of exponents. And we're going to finish the 7-1 notes. And then we got more 7-1 notes here in a minute.
We have to get through this whole packet and then another one.
The second half of 7-1 with exponents, it gets exponentially harder.
It sounds like exponents.
That's a funny joke. It's exponentially harder. No, sit. I don't want to move. So you move, hear you, nothing today.
Look at how nice Kevin's is.
All right. We did a lot of the word problems with perimeter. But somebody explain to me, how do we find area of perimeter? What do we do? Who knows, Sean?
You multiply the
Yeah, the area is length. Length times width. We know the length times width. Always, you don't have to do it this way, but it's probably smart. Always put your monomial first, and then put the binomial second.
So there'll always be a minus.
No, because you'll do binomial times binomial, but not yet. Then it doesn't matter. Good
For
question. Right now, put the monomial first and the binomial second. And what do you have to put around the binomial?
Parentheses.
Parentheses, okay?
Parentheses.
So area equals 8x times the quantity of 3x plus 6. And then, Briggs, what property are we going to use there to simplify that? But what property? Remember? Distributive property. You were going to distribute. Everybody distribute your 8x. Use your rules of exponents. You got an answer, raise your hand. Don't blurt it out, please.
What year is that power shirt from?
You can learn how to read.
Oh, I didn't see it. 2012.
2012. Come on, somebody besides Olsen and Briggs.
Let's
Let's go. Cuban, what do you think?
24x plus 6.
Oh my God.
What?
Okay.
This should be automatic. Go back to 7th grade.
72x.
Yeah, change your dollar and you
I got a 10.
I'll take it.
quarters.
I got nothing. I got a 10.
Ice cold diet.
A equals 72x.
For all you listening out there, my wife works here and she comes and asks me for money all the time.
Oh, sorry.
You
sorry.
Hey, Miss Fancy.
Okay.
You have to distribute both of them. It's called
Okay, and you were not thinking for 1 second about the rules that you learned yesterday. 8x times 3x. Everybody think of it as two problems. 8 times 3 and x times x. Who's got it? Quit living, take a risk.
A equals 24x squared plus 48x.
Plus 8 times, is that 48? 48x, is that what you said?
Isn't
Perfect.
it?
Because, Alec, what is x times x?
X?
It is not, that's what the other kids think. But here's the deal. The rule is, Al, that we add our exponents when we multiply with the same base. So there's a little sneaky 1 on there. That's why it equals x squared. Guys, I've told you this before. Every algebra test I took, at the top, I always wrote x times x equals x squared. X plus x equals 2x. If I didn't write that down, I made stupid mistakes on my test. That helped me out tremendously.
Wait, so
There's always one kid that's like, it's the same thing. Why would you write the same thing down twice? It's not the same thing. Put a real number in there.
There's not a sneaky 1 on the 6.
Agreed. But there's no exponent with it to combine with the x. That's why it's just x.
Yeah.
And then 8 times 6 is 48.
So it's A equals 72x squared.
All right, here's my next question. Can you add those two together?
Oh, because they don't have the same base.
They're not like terms. That's the area, guys.
So if the other one was x squared too, it'd be the same.
Yes. If they have, both of them were x squared, you can add them together.
Will there be a problem that it says what x equals?
No. Good question. Maybe. They'll give you the value of x. That could happen, Nico. All right, jump to the back. Let's get through this, and I'm going to get to the hard stuff.
I got the formula.
Okay, we got a triangle here. Everybody put a right angle in there. We should have put that in there because it's got to be a right triangle. Okay. How do you find the area of a triangle?
What happened?
McNulty.
A equals
b times h divided by 2, or some people like to go
1/2 b.
1/2 times the base times the height. That's actually the formula I'm going to use. You do your way, you should get the same answer. So, 1/2 times 2x. Is that cubed, guys?
Yeah.
Y to the 5th times 12x, y. Write it out. Now, do
But-
3 problems there.
They're both monomials.
They're all 3 monomials, actually, because 1/2 is a monomial. So, do the coefficients first, do your x's second, do your y's third. Briggs, tell me what you think.
A equals 24x to the 4th power times y to the 6th power
I
divided by
got
2.
it, Mr. Busy.
Oh, you can divide 24 by 2, so do that.
Oh.
So give it to me with 24 divided by 2.
12x
12. X to the
4th power
4th power,
times y to the 6th power.
y to the 6th power. Nice job, Aaron.
Good job.
Okay? You cannot leave it 24 x to the 4th, y to the 6th all over 2, because those cancel to make a 2 and a 1. Or if you'd have done it the way I did it,
But two
Aaron, what's 1/2 times 2? Times 12.
That's it.
1 times 12 is not 6.
Oh. Times 12.
12. Okay? That's why I do it as 3 different problems. All right, now let's get to the tough stuff.
Now it's Aaron's turn.
Everybody grab your second note card. This is called the, on your note card, write this. First of all, label it number 2.
Good note.
We're going to have about 5 note cards here pretty quick.
We use them
No,
during the
no, you have to know them, but use them to study. Power of a power. Rule. That's the second rule we need to know. It's different. All right, let's talk about how this rule works. Does everybody see the expanding x squared to the 4th power?
Yeah.
Expand that. See what happens. This is different because you know, we've got exponents on top of exponents. Ruh-roh. Here's how I would expand it. X squared to the 4th means x squared 4 times. There's my. Then I'm going to expand it even more. Every x squared makes x times x.
So that'd be 8 x's, right?
Now condense it. What do you need, Al?
Tissue.
Condense it. X to the what power?
8.
8.
Cheers.
I think you guys were
just
talking.
do 2
Oh.
times.
And use multiply.
Oh, that's the new rule. That's why they call it power of a power rule. The 2 and the 4, and so a lot of kids like to circle them. If you ever have something with a power on it, you multiply it. So, to find the power of a power, multiply the exponents.
Multiply.
Yesterday we added them. Okay? And here's where kids get confused. Watch this. They don't know the difference between
Nice.
dropping all kinds of things today. They don't know the difference between x squared times x to the 4th and x squared to the 4th. Those are 2 different
Add
things.
and multiply.
The top one here, you add the exponents. The bottom one, you actually multiply. So there's the product of a power rule. There's the power of a power rule. So on your note card, jot this down. I don't care if it's on the same side or the opposite side. A to the mth power to the nth power. A power to a power.
That's it.
What will that equal?
That's it.
A to the mth.
A to the mnth power. You're going to multiply your exponents. The first rule, look at your note card, should be add the exponents, right? Second rule, multiply. All right.
The bottom.
I'm listening now.
Never mind.
Okay. First couple are pretty easy, then it gets hard. When there's coefficients involved, it gets tricky. And I'm going to show you guys what to do here. All right. 12 and 13 should be layups. Everybody try them. Melissa, what's the answer to 12?
H to the 6th power.
H to the 6th power. 3 times 2.
Maybe on
6.
Thursday.
Now, what if they put 2 variables inside the parentheses?
Who
Oh,
cares?
Yes.
Okay? Guys, do not quote me on this when you go over to Maine South, because I'll be yelled at. But here's the way my little brain thinks about it. It's kind of like the distributive property. Kind of like that, but it's not called, don't call it the distributive property. What's the answer? Let's go. Trupinski, what do you think? M to the 10th, N to the 15th. Done. New rule, guys. It's tricky. Now the hard part, when they throw coefficients, kids get all bent out of shape.
It's not.
You
don't-
have to step by step and show some work here. Okay. It took about 5 attempts last period.
Come on.
I'll do
Alright.
the first one.
Well, call me first
I'll do
then.
the first one.
Henry, I don't want to pick on you right away.
You just leave it
Come on.
I
alone.
think I got it.
Go
First
ahead.
time.
I got it.
3 out of 10,
Nope.
12.
Oh, I know.
On.
That's what the same thing they said last period.
Oh wait.
Olson?
Alright. 9.
Nope.
It's my CD.
This
Okay.
is awesome.
Wait,
Come on, I got
wait,
it.
Miss
Meredith?
27
Correct. You guys got it in 3 tries.
What?
What?
I
Who said it last
There.
Who said it last power?
I have no. I don't know. Don't care. All right.
Okay.
Here's the step you have to show.
John.
Parentheses. Take your coefficient and put your exponent on it. You're gonna have to do that for your homework. You're gonna see the second day of notes. Go step by step on
The
it.
one outside, right?
3 cubed. M to the 12th N cubed. You are, guys, technically, okay, we're kind of distributing there. The 3.
No, it's
How do you do the?
It goes on all of them. Now, here's my question. And it may be a bad example because we got the same base and the same exponent. 3 and 3. What's 3 cubed? 27. Do it on your fingers. 3 times 3 is
9.
times 3.
37.
Now, please don't say weird things. And cube.
How do you do the?
So, you have to show the step. Put the exponent on the coefficient. You got to show that. Okay?
What's the
Meredith, great job. Everybody else that got that, great job. Kids always say that it's 9. They say it's, they forget to put it on there. They say 3. Okay? But 3 cubed is 27. If you need your calculator to do that, do it.
How do you do it again?
Exponents?
Yeah.
Why do the X button? Hit 3.
Do the next one.
Why do the X button?
Why?
3.
Or you just go number.
Or you can go 3 times 3 times 3 out.
Or you can just do like 3, but that's for squared.
There's an X squared button. I don't think you have an X cubed. Some calculators have an X cubed button on it. All right. Sometimes they have brackets, and you got things raised to a
Oh, you
power
have to
to a
distribute
higher
everything.
power.
I did this.
After this.
Cube on.
So 2.
He's right. He's right. 2 to the.
2 to the second. Well, 2 to the third power. Parentheses, like in parentheses.
I want one answer, dude. This is a layup. You want problems like this on your test or your
So
quiz.
like 6 to the 30th. Then. You already said 2 is the right answer.
It's 2.
Don't be critical. Come on, guys. Who's got it?
60.
2 to the 30th. Don't make it difficult.
Oh.
Circle them. Alec, what's 2 times 3? Times 5. 2 to
Or
the 30th.
5 times 3.
Do not type in 2 to the 30th in your calculator. Leave it with an exponent. It's an extremely big number. If it were like 2 cubed, you would write 8. But 2 to the 30th, too big.
It's not that.
Okay, you're using our rules.
Oh yeah, it is that big.
It's a huge number. All right. All right, 7-1 day 2.
And we're back.
Let's go. Notes out, Henry. All right, now, what do we do if you have both rules in the same problem? Both note cards get used.
You guess.
Okay? This is tape. I don't want you to act up. Okay? Seriously. All right, what do we do, guys, if there's a power to a power and you have your product of a power within the same problem? What you're going to do, guys, we want to encourage you guys to go slow and follow these steps. First, do the power to the power rule first. That is actually rule number 2. Okay? You have to get rid of your outside exponents first. Second, simplify your coefficients that are raised to a power. When we do that, you'll see what that means when we get there. Okay? All right, so let's do the power of a power rule first. You got -2 x squared y cubed, all squared, times 3x squared y, all cubed. Take your outside exponent of 2 and square everything in there. And then take your 3 and put it on everything on that second monomial. So watch this. Parentheses around, especially when you have negative numbers, use parentheses. -2 squared, x to the 4th, y to the 6th. Capiche?
Yeah.
I had -4.
Could you do negative 4?
No. Can I do -4? Because A, it's wrong. B, you're not showing enough work. And you'll see why not showing enough work, you get it wrong. Who could write the second one the correct way? Briggs, take a risk.
3 to the 3rd power,
What do I got to put around it? Excellent.
x to the 6th power,
Got it?
y to the 3rd power.
Done. There's your first step, guys. Put the exponent on everything, and if there's coefficients, there's numbers, use parentheses, and don't try to get -4, because guess what? It's not -4.
It would be positive 4.
What's -2 squared?
Negative 2
When there's
times
parentheses around it.
-2 is 4.
4. Okay?
Oh, I just
X to the
parentheses.
4th, y to the 6th, times, okay? You guys know, I would put 3 cubed in the long-term memory.
27.
27. You can use your calculator or start remembering that. X to the 6th, y cubed. Okay? That was step 2. Simplify the coefficients that are raised to a power. That's your second step. Now, I'm going to let you guys kind of combine steps 3 and 4 because I think you guys are smart enough to do that. What you're going to do is do 3 problems at once. What we talked about yesterday. Miss Pearl made these notes up. They're very good. She said, multiply the simplified coefficients. That means multiply 4 times 27. And if it helps, write the variables together. Sometimes she likes to switch the variables around. You don't have to do that. That's basically the commutative property. And then the last thing you're going to do is use your product of a power rule. Okay? So we're going to combine these. Everybody do the 3 problems in one swooping step. What's the final answer? Yeah, you use your calculator for that, Sean. Okay. Briggs, final answer.
108 times x to the 10th power times y to the 9th power.
Done. If you try to skip any of those steps, you will get it wrong.
But how come if -2 is times by 2 in parentheses?
Say again.
You know, I have to cube 2.
No, you square 2.
That's what I meant.
Square -2.
Yeah, and then why is it just 4 not -1?
Great question. If I put do you agree that the exponent 2 that's outside the parentheses, the very first thing we did, Al, is squaring a -2?
Yeah.
Because the -2 is inside that parentheses. If I put parentheses around -2, that means I'm going to square the whole thing. What's -2 times itself? +4. -2 times -2 makes +4. So you have to be careful with your negative signs. It's tricky.
But how do you get an exponent from a negative number?
You can't.
Oh, but there's an odd exponent. What if it were negative? Guys, try this one. What's
Yeah.
-2 cubed?
-6.
Oh my God.
-4.
You guys should not say
Cube.
6. We're not safe there. You're an accelerated class. What's -2 cubed?
-8.
-8. Thank
Oh
you.
man.
So it can be a negative number if it's an odd exponent because you got an odd number of negative signs.
It's hard to.
That's tricky. All right, let's do some of these tough ones. Okay? All right, let's try one with a fraction. Fractions are our friends, guys. They're easy. Decimals are bad. Fractions are good. Okay? Here we go. 2/3 quantity cubed. If you expanded it, does everybody agree it would be 2/3 times 2/3 times 2/3? And then, if you condensed it, and the knucklehead kid will condense it and make it look just like the original problem.
Isn't that what you
Oh,
Go forward and go backward.
8/24.
How about this? How about 2
27.
cubed over 3 cubed?
Just
Oh.
right? Okay? And I'm going to show you guys, you can skip that whole expanding part, you will. And then, what's 2 cubed over 3 cubed?
627.
827.
Al, you gotta quit saying that, dude. Seriously.
What?
2 cubed is not
Oh
6.
yeah, 8.
Eight.
Put it in the long term memory. 8 over 27. Done. You may skip this expanding step when it's just like the
Distributed property.
distributive property.
Yeah.
You go 2,
You gotta distribute to the top and to the bottom.
it's got to go to the top because it's all in parentheses. Do it on the second one and watch what happens. And here, what's the logical question kids always have? What number gets the negative sign?
One.
Top one, bottom one, or both? Oh God, that's definitely the wrong answer.
Top one.
Top one.
Because 2 negatives would make it positive, so it's not both.
Just pick
It doesn't matter.
Just pick one. I always do it at the top one. Always do it at the top one. So it's -1 squared over 4 squared. And I'm even going to put the 4 into parentheses. Because the parentheses will make your lives a lot easier. In your head, guys, what's -1 with parentheses around it squared? 1. Why is it positive, Aaron?
Because -1 times -1 is positive.
Cube on 4 squared. 16. Thank you for not saying 8. 116. Guys, -1 fourth quantity squared is 116. Oh, and somebody had a great question last period. They raised their hand there. So, how come when we square something, it gets smaller? Because they're like, usually when we square something, it gets bigger. Why is squaring?
Fractions.
Because it's less than 1, exactly. You square something, it's less than 1, it's going to keep getting smaller.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna
That's why. Cube on.
Can I go to my locker because my pencil ran out of my.
Yes.
So then you, like,
All right,
say-
tough problems now. Let's get to these tough ones. All right, step 1. Step 1. Everybody take the outside exponents for each. That's kind of like 2 monomials. 2 monomials getting higher exponents. Take your outside exponent and put it on everything. Don't skip any steps.
Can I do this one?
Briggs, what do you think?
1/2 in parentheses times 3.
Not times 3.
Oh, I mean times the third power.
And can I break it up and put the 3 on each one of them?
Yes.
Do that, guys. Do 1 cubed over 2 cubed. And use parentheses. Even though it's not negative, I put parentheses. Times, you're doing great, Aaron.
A to the 6th power
A to the 6th,
times b to the 6th power
b to the 6th.
times -4 in parentheses to the 4th power.
Excellent, Aaron. Guys, you do that step, you're going to get these right. Quickly. Now, hopefully the first part you don't need a calculator for. Okay? What's
Wait.
that fraction going to be?
Was it a,
What?
for the 1/2, if you put 1/2 in parentheses and kept the 3, did you just simplify it down?
If you know what that's going to become, I just want to show that the 3 is on the 1 and the 2. Okay?
Well, I know how to distribute it.
Okay. We'll do it at that step. What is it? What's the fraction going to be, guys?
1/6.
Wait,
Are you saying that to be funny or not?
No.
It's not 1/6, guys. Seriously.
1/8.
1/8.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
A to the 6th, B to the 6th. There's nothing to combine with those. Now, do you guys know how to use your parentheses on your calculator?
Yeah.
Okay. Whenever you type in a negative number with an exponent, I would use parentheses because you'll get the wrong answer if you don't, believe it or not. So try to use parentheses, -4 inside there, and then your caret button, 4.
256.
Positive or negative?
Positive.
Why is it positive?
Because there's 4 and
Yeah, well, what?
Because there's 4 negatives. Very good. Very good.
What do you do?
On your calculator,
And because
let me see yours. Your parentheses are right there. Wait, left. That parentheses first. Negative sign. Oh yeah, that negative. Okay. And your parentheses. And then y to the x. What's your exponent button? And then 4. Equals. Sweet. Does it right.
Wait,
So
It
you
said syntax error.
wait, so how do I,
might not have your parentheses right.
how do I do the 4th?
The caret button. Caret button is caret is that thing. You know what caret is?
Nice job.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
You're doing times.
256.
Caret plus 4 equals. Ooh, that's weird. Clear. Parentheses. Oh, are you hitting -4?
Oh.
It's
Oh.
I
negative
didn't
4.
know how to do that.
Yeah, the negative sign's there. I took me forever to figure that out.
Same with me.
4. There you go. So the negative sign is down at the bottom. I always hit the minus sign too.
I never plug in negatives.
Me neither.
I just
Right.
think is the answer going to be negative or positive?
Same.
That's not a bad way to do it, Bounty. If you know that, you're good with it, use your way. Or you can, now you know the negative sign. Now, everybody multiply their coefficients together. Practice typing in fractions. What's 1/8 times 256? 1 ABC 8 times 256.
32.
Is it 32?
Yeah.
32. A to the 6th, B to the 6th. Upside down pyramid, guys. Lots of work today. And this is an easy one. Okay? All right, jump to the back. You guys are doing great. Couple tough problems here. All right. First thing I want you to be aware of, the first monomial. It's being squared, and then there's brackets around it, and it's being squared again.
Can I try one of these?
Circle those. And what's 2 times 2? 4. It's basically 8g cubed h to the 4th to the 4th power. That's what I would do first. And that's times, I'm not going to do anything with the second one, g cubed 4. That's the 5th, excuse me.
Oh, and that's just the first step, and then break it down to 1.
Right. That's a 5 there, obviously. And then it's to the 4th.
Oh, so you just.
So you want to get it down to 1 parentheses around each.
So instead of doing more problems, you just did that to simplify it.
Right, start simplifying. I got the exponent of 4. Now, everybody put the 4, it's just a coincidence, guys, both outside, both things are to the 4th power, but everybody put a 4 on everything. And put parentheses around your coefficients. Put parentheses around your coefficients.
So 8
This is, you'll see at the very end, the number's huge. It's like more than 50,000.
g to the 12.
Okay. Okay. Also, tell me what to write.
8 in parentheses. G to the.
Wait, you forgot to put the 4 on it.
Bruh. What do you mean? I don't know how to do it. What do you mean?
Is 8 inside the parentheses and getting raised to the 4th power? Yeah, so you got to put an 8 to the 4th power.
Yay, Kevin!
8 to the 4th, g to the
12.
h to the
0.
4th times
Oh, yeah.
H to the 4. 2 in parentheses. To the 4th.
nice
Y. G to the 4th. And then H to the 20th.
20th.
Why is it H to the 4th?
Okay. What's the exponent on the h inside the parentheses, Al?
4.
No.
Was it
Where'd
1?
you
I
lose
One.
got 4 too.
Yeah, where'd you lose it? It's not was it H to the 4th.
Oh, is there a 4 there?
Yeah, there's a 4 there.
My bad. So that, I thought it was a 1. So it's h to the
16.
16th. Thank you. My bad.
Yeah.
H to the 16th. Good catch, Cubon.
Hey,
Now,
Kevin.
in your
Hey,
next step,
Kevin had the assist there.
in your next step, do 8 to the 4th and 2 to the 4th on your calculators. They're big numbers.
Easy.
8 to the 4th. You
40,
should,
96.
did everybody get 4,096?
Yeah.
Okay. G to the 12th, H to the 16th times 2 to the 4th. I would start memorizing. 2 times 2 is
4.
times 2
8.
times 2 more.
16.
2 to the 4th, guys, is 16. Put that in the long-term memory, please. Now, let's get our final answer by doing 3 problems at once. Grab your calculators and times 4,096 by 16.
What is it done?
We got 65,536.
I should remember that.
I got it written down there.
And then G to the 2nd.
No, G to the
16.
16th,
Oh, yeah, my bad.
36.
I had to skip it.
36. That is the answer.
Oh.
That number would be like a billion.
Okay.
Is that a
We know what the
hard one?
That's pretty.
If
No,
the
that's
variables
actually.
were 0.
Can I do 3?
Oh, yeah.
I did 4 on
If the
4.
variables were 0,
All right.
That'd be all.
Try 3. Kevin's gonna explain it. Go.
I got 4.
Can I come up here?
You want to come up here? You try it. Try
I
it.
got
I'll
4.
tell you
I
what.
got 4.
All right, you try 4.
I'm gonna bring my calculator.
Calculator. Show your work.
Do it.
Kevin!
Quickly, we don't
I
have much
can't
time.
even read it up here.
I know it's hard. Here, take your notes.
It's 8.
Here, here's a set of notes.
It's 8.
10 A to the 2nd.
Well, then you know what you're gonna write.
That's the last step.
Alex, if the variable 4, 5, and 6, the number would be 1.03 times 10 to the 44th power.
So that's
They add the exponential variables too. That's g to the 16th. Oh no, it's
and then A, 6, B.
you never put 4 on your g.
Right. Okay.
4. It's g to the 4. You've lost your 4 on that g. So write over 5 squared.
So then.
No, I would write it 1. Well, you can write it that way,
Third
but I write
power
it 1.
equals 1,000.
So far, so good.
One big
Yeah.
G, A6, B, 3.
What do you think 1/5 squared is?
1/25th. Oh, it's just a guess.
Just a guess. Just thinking out loud.
It's 0.04.
Should I?
Do not use a calculator.
Should I expand that one?
No, just do 1 squared and 5 squared.
So 1
1 over,
Okay. Oh yeah.
right?
Okay. I made it harder than it needed to be. Do I still need parentheses?
You could, or you put dots around it. It's just know that it's all multiplication, Kevin. Nice. Now you might need your calculator to do 1,000
I just
times
typed
1/25.
It's 40.
40.
40.
Guys, practice typing that in. 1,000
And
times
then our
1/25.
A's is going to be to the 8th.
7.
Our B's. Is it a 3?
Yes.
To the 5th, and then C to the 2nd.
Done. You got the right answer. How many people can get that answer? That's tough. Cuba, just save time because we do only have 6 minutes. I'm gonna.
Oh, so on the ABC, even though they just turn them all into the so A2, B2.
Right, because you're squaring all of them. Right? All right, let's try this last one. This is 3 problems, but the middle one doesn't have an exponent on it. That's okay.
Why not?
Negative 2 cubed, x to the 18th, y cubed. Times negative 6 x to the 3rd y squared. There's no exponents on that middle part, so I'm just going to write it. But because the 6 is negative, I'm going to put parentheses around it. Times x cubed y cubed. Okay? What did we say negative 2 cubed was?
8.
Mm.
Negative 8.
Negative 8
Negative 6.
x to the 18th y cubed times negative 6 x cubed y squared. If you combine your x's and y's, your exponents in this step, that would be fine. Now, what's negative 8 times negative 6? Your code
48.
48. X to the 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Y to the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wait, isn't it multiplication?
Ah.
Not at that step.
It's the power, it's the
At
product of
this
a power
step,
rule,
At
right?
that step, you gotta use this rule.
What is x to the 18th
Once you
times
get rid of
x
parentheses,
cubed?
you gotta use the product of
X to the 54th or x to the 21st? What do you do with your exponents when you're multiplying the same base?
Oh,
What do you do?
bad.
You add them. Do not start multiplying them there. You add them to the x to the 21st. So,
I'll be surprised if I get this right on the test. These are hard.
you'll get there. These are the easy ones. Wait till you see what we're doing next.
Oh,
Make sure I got that right.
why would you tell
Did
us
it?
this?
Sophia.
So even you put parentheses around the coefficients even if you're not getting.
Might as well, especially if there's a negative number. Okay? All right. Let's do volume real quick. Do you guys know how to find the volume of a rectangular prism? Length times width times height.
So M,
Okay? What's the length of that rectangular prism?
M to the third.
And third,
Times 10.
What's the width?
M and 3 to the third power.
no, that's not that.
What's the height? How many people like the fact that there's no coefficients in this problem?
Kevin,
It's easy now.
coefficients or whatever.
Who's got the volume?
2M.
There's No coefficients. There's not going to be a number at the beginning at all.
Oh yeah. M to the
I have it.
fourth.
Wait,
Yeah, M to the fourth.
M to the
Fifth. No.
That's the
Yeah,
B
fifth.
equals M to the
M to the fourth, N to the fifth. Easy.
Last one's gonna be easy too. Just have to
We're
do
gonna need our notes.
All right. Yeah, we got time for this last one. Let's get this last one done. Okay. I don't expect anybody to know it. I'd be impressed if anybody knew it.
Oh
Do you guys know the volume of a cylinder?
I know it.
Henry, what is it?
Henry.
Is it pi r squared times the height?
Yeah, you were right.
Yeah.
How'd you know that?
Everyone knew that.
Pi
We did it last year.
r squared times the height. Very impressive, Henry. Now, but yeah, I'm going to teach you guys a new thing. You don't know this yet. Everybody put a big old star. You will do this in high school a lot, so I'm going to let you guys do it right now as well. Leave. What number do you guys know is pi?
3.14.
Right. Do not start typing it into your calculator. Leave pi as the symbol pi. Don't change it to 3.14. Leave it pi. Pretend it is a variable.
Where did they come up with pi to find the?
Really, you don't know where pi came from?
No, but why would that be able to find the?
Because it's the area. It's the area. We got 2 minutes. Let's get through this first, then I'll explain it to you. All right. So here we go. The volume is going to equal pi times. What's the radius of that circle?
3G.
3g. Everybody put parentheses around it and square it.
Around pi or both of them?
The whole thing. Because you're squaring the whole radius. Times the height, which we know to be 7g squared. Volume equals pi times 3 squared g squared times 7g squared. What I did there. Pi times 3 squared is 9. G squared times 7g squared. Now, I'm going to throw my pi symbol at the very end, because that's the way they usually write it. You know, that's just what it is. The volume equals, what's 9 times 7?
63.
What's g squared times g squared?
G4.
Throw a pi at the end of it and you're done. It's 63 g to the 4th pi. All right.
Wait, how did you get 9G?
What's 3 squared? 9. Okay. Hey, homework is on the Team 8.1 syllabi. Team 8.1 website, not the algebra syllabi. Team 8.1. Show lots of work tonight, guys. If you don't, you're going to be in trouble.